According to Lyndon Johnson, education is not a problem. Education is an opportunity. Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. I am Patricia Kasay, a student from College of Public Administration. I'm standing in front of you to talk a problem that continues to affect a big part of world population. I want us to talk about poverty and how it affects the academic performance of students. I am going to ask you, when you hear the word poverty, what comes into your mind and how do you define poverty? Poverty in Tagalog is kahirapan, which is defined as lack of resources to meet necessities like food, clothing, and shelter constitute poverty. However, poverty is much more than not having money, because according to the World Bank Organization, hunger is poverty. Absence of shelter is poverty. Being sick and unable to visit a doctor is poverty. Being illiterate and lacking access to education are both aspects of poverty. Living day by day and not having a job is also a sign of poverty. There is no one cause of poverty, and the results of it are different in every case. Poverty varies considerably depending on the situation. There are several causes of poverty, including here the lack of jobs or job growth, lack of education, warfare or conflict, weather or climate change, social injustice, lack of food and water, lack of infrastructure, lack of government support, lack of good healthcare, and high costs. There are several signs of poverty, but have you ever think on how to reduce it? Dr. Jose Rizal once said, "The youth is the hope of our nation." But how we can be the hope of our nation if we are the one who leads our nation to the wrong direction? We always say education is everything. But how come if most of teenagers nowadays mostly promote teenage pregnancy? How can you waste the sacrifices of your parents? Right now, people always say, because of poverty, I didn't finish my studies. Because of poverty, instead of going to school, they prioritize work to gain more money. But is it really because of poverty or you just lack of determination? Does poverty really affect the academic performance of a student? Then why there are so many successful persons who experience poverty? Is it because someone helped them or they help themselves to finish their studies and get a nice job? If I'm going to answer that question, I, myself, can say both. If we have the courage and goals to achieve our dreams someday, then we have to find ways. There is a lot of working students who finish their degree even it is really hard. And now, look at them. They have a decent job and a successful career. A friendly reminder for all of you. Don't let life carry you along. Instead, learn to stand up and work hard. Never settle for anything when you can get more. Don't say poverty affect your academic performance as a student if some students surpass that problem. Do not let poverty become a problem for you. Instead, make it as your inspiration and motivation to achieve every dream of you someday. Despite the many definitions, one thing is certain. Poverty is a complex societal issue. No matter how poverty is defined, it can be agreed that it is an issue that requires everyone's attention. It is important that all members of our society work together to provide the opportunities for all of our members to reach their full potential.